I'm the grandson po of Jose Pito Blanco. And I guess in many ways that has laid the foundation. It has been the main inspiration to become an artist. And in many of my interviews, I say that I started creating art when I was 4. It's when I officially created paintings. Because even way before that, I do drawings of insects, such as butterflies, beetles, flowers, and sometimes angels. Being in a household, a family that has like a lot of artworks, as you see, it's very inspiring to create my own and interpret my own kind of art.
Not everyone is good in painting or any kind of art, but they like art and they have a passion for it. Do you encourage kids with there is so much passion and they really like what they do, but they are not that gifted?
If there is one particular attribute or aspect that could be pinpoint in an artwork po, is that pag may naramdaman ka, when you're touched with this piece of artwork, there is really something to it. And in many ways po, art is very subjective. When you become objective towards art, it might not register as art, as appreciating the art, but rather it's analyzing the art na po. So I guess in the analysis of art, whether the artist will be good or not, the future is never predetermined. And what would make the potential grow is when we foster these children in an environment that would allow them to express themselves and to create. Kasi po, just like sina tatay po, they didn't study fine arts. Sila po magkakapatid, walang nag-fine arts sa kanila. And ang nagturo po talaga sa kanila is si Lolo. And if you think about it po, my Lolo, he didn't actually want his children to become artists because being an artist is hard, it's unstable, you really don't know. And si Lolo po, he didn't really land on a job that is suited to him. 3 years after lang po nung nakagraduate siya. So that was quite long. So ayaw po niyang iparamdam yung ganong paghihirap sa mga anak niya. To go to that point of starting out and to being great, it doesn't happen in a day po. It happens in a very long time. There are a lot of triumphs and mishaps that happens beyond the painting. It's really a lot on experimentation. If I were to teach someone to create art, I wouldn't say na dapat ganito gawin mo. Perfection is good to attain, to try to work towards to, but it is not the end goal, because I think po, art, just like many things, is a process, and it's not about the destination, but rather it's about the journey. And that journey starts with the first painting that you create or the first drawing that you create. So I think po it's just a matter of not discouraging our younger ones.
In your early years mo, did you think of doing something else aside from painting?
Truth be told, I painted until when I was around, I guess, 12. I explored other forms of art, such as I sing, and I also play the piano, and I've also done some TV acting, some minor TV acting, and theater as well. Every experiences that you have something to learn. And just like in music, music is a way of communicating. It's a story that you say through either melodies or lyrics. And in the same way po, I find that those experiences has made my work in painting so much better, because the lyricism of songs they also exist in paintings. One of the assets, the biggest assets I think po of being an artist is that uh, you get to have freedom. You also become this creator. You become the man of the universe, man or woman of the universe of your own art. And it's a very beautiful thing po to expand that universe. I think what makes me keep on doing what I do is that excitement, that curiosity, that wonder I always have on how can I approach this? How can I reinvent what has already been done? After my undergraduate, I'll be studying for masters. If not internationally, baka sa UST po, it will be related to cultural studies. And I really want to push forward with my advocacy, which is to protect our cultural heritage. I just really want to help solidify, preserve, and promote our culture because I think that that's what gives us our identity.
What was that like for you? Yung difficulties, challenges that you had to hurdle while you're being you during the pandemic?
The transition to like the past normal to this kind of weird normal, not much has changed other than I've gotten a lot more time for myself and the family and to create art. Kasi po, even way back, kapag after school, pagka-uwi ko po, I will be allotting certain time para mag-paint. So that will be my daily routine. I study at UST po eh. So ngayon pong we're in this health crisis at the moment. I think the challenge or the problem that I have is not specifically pertaining to me po, but rather it's something that everyone may experience. It's not inherently an artist's problem. But with having our world like suddenly transported online, virtually, what I find the hardest po to do really is to stay connected and have that sense of community. Because I think as an artist po, we are inherently absorbed in what we do. So there are times na hindi ko na po namamalayan na 1 week ko na po palang hindi nire-replyan yung friend ko. There was this time po, sometime last year, regarding this bill that was passed into a law, which is, I think, very infamous na po siya. The anti-terror bill.
Okay.
the very vague one. So that made me cry because I just know that everyone has their own struggle. We all have our own fights. It can be good, it can be bad, but uncertainties really can trigger you po eh. So in my way po, I created this painting, which I had been working on already months prior.
Okay.
It's titled The Fisherman's Son. It's this child po na merong hawak-hawak na fishes, and on the background merong boat. And on the center, there's this child. Nakatingin lang po siya, naghahanap siya sa mud, shellfish para may makain. In many points in our lives, we must take a pause and reflect, and to not just absorb what's happening, but rather to take it in consumable amounts, because when it all gets too much, kasi po, especially during that time, there's so much from different perspectives and positions, and it's been quite overwhelming, especially that time po. So in that painting po, I really had been able to find a certain kind of peace amidst that kind of troubling time.